So I was in stories, but then I decided to go claim my free chest. I like having gems so I can do the lead challenges at my leisure. I went to the audio lessons icon at the bottom, which is the headphones, and they have intermediate and they have easier or beginner lessons. At the bottom, you can also see some that are listed under podcasts. So I decided to try out a beginner just to see what they look like.
Welcome and bienvenue to Duolingo audio lessons. My name is Estelle.
And I'm Paul. Bonjour.
In these lessons, we'll practice speaking French with a focus on words and phrases that you can use right away.
And you can do these lessons anywhere. In fact, you won't even have to look at your phone. You can listen while doing the laundry or the dishes.
Or on your train ride home. Just find a place that works for you.
Fantastique. Let's get started.
And then to my surprise, one gets XP just for listening. So I was like, okay, cool. That's fine.
Bonjour, Paul.
Bonjour, Estelle. What are we up to today?
We're going to practice some French greetings.
And so again, this being one of the beginner lessons, one of the first lessons, still a lot of introduction, but just to show you how they have the option for you to practice your pronunciation.
And here comes the first speaking exercise. Wait for the bell and then repeat after Paul.
Bon.
Now let's add the second part. Jour. Notice how the J in bonjour sounds a lot like the middle of the English word measure? Time for another speaking exercise.
Bonjour. Can't wait.
So again, you have that option, kind of how Mango has, but you don't have the option to play it back like Mango or Memrise might have. I did get more XP this time for this lesson. Again, just to note, down here at the bottom, we do have some lessons under the tag of podcast as opposed to beginner or intermediate lesson. I decided to click on one to see what it was about. However, when I clicked it, I saw that the time was 23 minutes. Not doing that, let me go check an intermediate lesson.
Salut Paul.
Salut Estelle. Ça va?
Ça va. Qu'est-ce qu'il se passe? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Let's practice that.
Repeat after me. Tu devrais te reposer.
Ask, what's the matter?
So far, the only time we've been asked to answer without repeating a phrase is also the first time the phrase appears on screen.
Nice try, Estelle.
On the one hand, you get XP for listening. You're not necessarily doing anything. You're just listening to what's being said, and maybe you're repeating. So just looking at the different subheadings under the audio lessons, you have like going shopping, technology, leisure. Each has about 4, let's say, units, and maybe each unit has a couple of lessons apiece. And then I had to check to see if Spanish had this update as well, because for sure, if Spanish has an update, French has an update, and vice versa, generally speaking. So Spanish has it. No other language I could find as I went through the other languages seemed to have the audio lessons update. And then I got to Japanese, and I would like to say I kind of screamed, but I'm pretty sure I actually literally did scream because I've been waiting for new stories for different languages. Unfortunately, currently only Spanish, French, Italian, Portuguese, German, and now Japanese have stories available. And those are the stories and courses available to English speakers. There may be stories available in courses for non-English speakers.
ビクラムと妻のプリティは空港にいます。
どうしよう。僕のパスポートはどこ?
So I've done this story in other languages before, but like with the different stories in different languages, the different words you get quizzed on are different or tend to be different. So it ended up being a really solid vocabulary and just character recognition exercise. So still challenging. The great thing about audio lessons, in my opinion, is there's a lot of opportunity to hit your daily goal very passively. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think about these audio lessons. Are they good? Are they not? Will you be using it? Will you not? Will there be an achievement for them? Maybe. And maybe that will be another impetus for people to start using the audio lessons. Anyway, let me know. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.